Hey, looks like we got somebody. Let me look at the comments. This is the first time I'm going live on Instagram, so you gotta. I mean, not on Instagram, but on YouTube. Usually I do it through StreamYard. I haven't had to do it through YouTube Live. Who do we got out there? Hey, Peplin, how's it going? Good morning. Yeah, I'm out here. I'm actually on the interstate right now, driving up to Phoenix. They got this event, this pretty big event. I mean, I knew about it, but I really didn't know about it. And what I mean by that is I've had heard about this event in the previous years, but I didn't realize how big of an event it really is. And it's called the Southwest Aquarium Keepers Event, or S.A.K.E. And what's kind of cool about this, the closest thing I can equate it to is probably through that Triple Crown event that happened last year, where they invite a lot of the local fish clubs from that area to participate and make one big fish swap with some presentations. So basically, it's like a club meeting on steroids. Looks like they're gonna. Well, they invited our club, which is the Southwest Aquatics Society, and I know they have the Kili group guys, and I think there's the Aquatic Enthusiasts Society or something like that out of the Phoenix area. So there's quite a bit of groups. Hey, Vanoski, thanks for being here. Sarah, thank you. Good morning. Yeah, no. If I'm not looking over to the cameras, because I'm actually trying to keep my eyes on the road. But I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what I got going on today. I know at 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'm actually going to be live streaming from the event. And Steve from Warrior Planet Tanks will also be there. And we'll be I guess I will be sharing with you guys what's out there. I've never been to one of these events. This is my very first event that I get to attend. Kind of looking forward to it, and we'll see what it's like. Hopefully my audio is pretty good, because I didn't even ask. But yeah, it's just doing something for the weekend. I was actually able to get the day off because I knew in advance that this was going to be going on, so I requested the day and they actually gave it to me, which is kind of cool. Then again, I'm not one that's been known to ask for a lot of time off from work. I work with what they give me, so they're usually pretty cool about granting me my time off when I ask for it. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on today. The other thing I kind of wanted to talk on, and I guess if anybody has been on YouTube and who's part of the fish community has been aware of the so-called drama that has been going on. And it's kind of laughable. It's laughable because I don't understand how people can read through what they're trying to make drama out of. And what I'm getting at is that whole water change stuff, whether you do them, you don't do them. I guess my take on that is, who cares? Who cares? You do what you do. You do what works best for you. That's my take on that. If you want to do them, do them. If you don't do them, great. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. I just don't understand how these people are so hung up on this ideology that they're willing to make a mockery of themselves, I guess. I just don't get it. One of the things that I've always said is, in this hobby, what's so great about it is there's more than one way to do things. So at the end of the day, do you, man. Just do you. That whatever's working for you is working. Why change it? You don't have to do something different. If your fish are healthy, you're happy, and you're enjoying it, who gives a flying fox what everybody else thinks or what you should be doing? I mean, I don't know. Other than I know that some of this is more for advertisement for products that people are married to. And I wish they would be a little bit more sincere in that aspect. And really, if you're going to do a commercial, do a commercial. I don't have a problem with that. If you really want to peddle a product and you're getting paid to it, by all means do it. We're in America. You know, being an entrepreneur person is no shame on anybody's business. You know, it's great. It's the American dream. But don't try to shame others for having a philosophy on how they keep their fish. That's where I kind of say, it's not called for. You know, that's the only thing that I find kind of upsetting with all this. We're too small of a community to be going at each other. You know, though what's great about this, let's see, about this is Joy Tech and Luke. Well, you know, you got to understand that a lot of people are just trying to generate clicks. You know, especially when people live from this. This is their main source of income. They have to stay relevant. And unfortunately, what sells, what keeps people relevant, is drama. And drama only exists if we decide to make it drama. And unfortunately, with the advent of reality TV, that's kind of the way that we think that it's, you know, a way to be able to get people to watch. That's why you have the Kardashians, you have the housewives of whatever. All it is just people acting a fool on live TV, or quote unquote live TV, because all that stuff is scripted. And just to generate some audiences. And unfortunately, we're suckers for it, because we'll bite. That's why there's some of the most viewed, you know, things out there. But you know, to each their own, I guess. It's no different than fish keeping. If you like that stuff, then have at it. I just that's the only thing. I just, it's funny. It's funny because it's funny how we just make a big thing out of nothing. I mean, most of us have kept fish for a long time, and we all have the way we like to do things, the way we keep our things, and the way that worked for us. And I think that's exactly the way it should be. You do what works for you. Now, whether you should do them, you shouldn't do them, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We're very fortunate in this country that we do have the resources to be able to do that. But in reality, if you look at other countries where water is a scarcity, yeah, I can see they really don't do water changes. It's, you know, the only water they really have access is to the water that falls from the sky, and it's not very often, so they figure out ways to do this. Again, what's so cool about this hobby is that there's 1,000,001 ways to do it, and none of them are really wrong. As long as you taking a break from the internet, so that I'm avoiding. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I'll get off of that soapbox. But I was just kind of interested in sitting in the back, and I just can't believe all these people. But well, whatever. But anyways, what I'm kind of looking forward to this event called S.A.K.E, the Southwest Aquarium Keepers event. I know it's put on by the Killifish group that's out of the Phoenix area. So that's kind of a little bit to what I'm excited about, because these are fish that I never ever really get to see, because living in Yuma, and I've always said this, the only place that I have access to fish is a PetSmart. And all of you that have ever visited a PetSmart, preaching it. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I just had to put in my 2 cents, I guess, but I didn't want to. Whatever. Probably was a mistake doing it, but anyways, it was just on my mind. It was kind of bothering me, and I just don't get it. But anyway, back to the event. What's kind of cool is that I'm going to be able to see a lot of different species of fish that I've only seen either on videos, on photographs, or in books. So that's kind of what I'm excited about. We'll see what the prices are like for that stuff. I already got the stern warning not to come home with any fish. But I didn't make any promises. You know, I just can't. I mean, I don't know what's going to be over here. I'm not really trying to buy anything because the reality is it would be impulsive. One thing that we shouldn't do as fish keepers, but we can't help ourselves from doing. So, it's just one of those things. When you just get an opportunity, or you just happen to fall in love with something that you see that you never thought you would come across, those opportunities, I've seen too many people regret not taking advantage of them at that time. So I'll deal with the consequences of that if that happens. But in reality, I'm kind of in the mindset that I'm just going to go look. I'm going to try to document the event. Got to pay the Rocky theme playing. Why the so it's just one of those. I want to document the event. I know I could have brought some stuff for the auction. The reality is, I didn't bring anything because, again, the only things that I have is the same stuff you can get at a PetSmart, and I don't know. It's a little bit embarrassing. I'm going to show with platies and guppies. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in that, but anyways, I didn't bring anything, to be honest. I don't know what the dynamic, what the mechanism is going to be. It is a 3-hour drive for me to get there, so there is that. Where if I wanted to take stuff, I should have packed it a couple of days ago. My big excuse, and this is really an excuse, is I really ran out of the little bags that our fish club sells us for when we bag fish, because they want everything bagged in that kind of bag. They don't want Ziplocs. And that was my poor excuse for not bringing anything other than it is, all I have is mollies that I could probably bring, some platies, which those are a dime a dozen, and a bunch of guppies, and they're all mud guppies because I don't have any straight lines. Yeah, better than Larry Flair. Oh, and so that's kind of what's going on. I really did want to plug the fact that on Fish Plants y Mas today, with Steve's here with you guys in the chat. We're gonna be going from there. I've never been. Don't have any idea. I really don't have any expectations as to what I'm gonna see. I know that several people have told me it's a really nice event. I'm surprised that nobody's ever really documented it. But then again, these are more your die-hard, I guess, hobbyists that all they're interested in is just keeping fish, and they don't have time for anything else. So I guess that's why nobody's really promoted it. I know for the event, get out to pick some. Yeah, it is Peplin, and that's why I'm kind of. I was gonna stop at the bank and pull out some money, but I know if I do that with money in pocket, it's gonna be real hard for me to not buy something that I don't need. That's my biggest fear. It's just compulsive buying. But we do live in an age now where you can Cash App, or you can Venmo or Zelle or whatever it is. So I'm kind of counting on that. And the one guy that I really look forward to seeing again, his name's Mike Coleman. He's actually, he's I think a member of all the fish clubs up there. But I always jokingly say that he's our dean. Dean from the Aquarium Co-op. He's our dean over here in Arizona. And because some of the stuff he's breeding out of his fish room are amazing. And he's got some rare stuff. As a matter of fact, the not that they're rare, but my multifasciatus I actually got from him. And he's got some really neat pipefish that he got last year, and he's been able to breed them. They're really neat, but I just never picked them up because I didn't have the right tank for them. I still might not pick them up, but it's kind of cool that he's got some of those fish. So he's that one fish keeper that's got a lot of these rare. He's got some killies. Actually, he's the first person that I ever saw the blue galaris, the killifish, live, and didn't realize how big they are. I was always under the assumption that killifish were these small little fish, But those suckers get pretty big. The ones he had were pushing every bit of 5-6 inches. Yeah, they're fish only. Yeah, I guess it would be the equivalent to. They kind of remind me of a seahorse, but for freshwater. I know they might be in the same family or not, but when they get into that breeding mode and they extend their abdomen and they bring out that sail, he's got some that I think are blue and red stripes, if I remember correctly. And they're just beautiful fish. They're kind of freaky. I'm not going to lie. Hey, good morning. Who's on this one? I don't get to see the comments for too long because they just pop in and fade out. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not going to. Anyways. Oh, okay, Mike. Yeah, I'm just going to see. I got Mike. I got Craig. Hey, Craig, how you doing? Who else? Sarah. Paco. How you doing, Paco? Steve. Let's see. Sí, Paco, le estoy contando que ahorita voy a Phoenix a un evento que se llama Southwest Aquarium Keepers Event. Es el primer evento de peces que me toca asistir, así que voy a ir a ver de qué se trata. Voy a hacer un directo de ahí, pero va a ser en inglés. And so, hopefully, I know there's going to be plenty of killies. I don't know what other kinds of fish. I know there's going to be some people from the community there. I've talked to a couple of the guys that are on Instagram that I know are going to be attending. Kyle might be there. I don't know. He usually works on the weekends from Poseidon Pets. But we'll see. Hopefully, we get to come across. I get to meet some of the other hobbyists that are also content creators. That'll be kind of cool, and we'll take it from there. But let me see. They still have, yeah. So that's kind of what it is. It is a little bit of a drive. I'm hoping that I took off at 7 from Yuma, so hopefully by 10:30 I should be on site. The doors open to the public at 11, I believe. 10:30, 11. It's a free event. They wanted people to pre-register if you're going to participate in the auction. But if you're just finding out about this and you're in the Phoenix area and you're looking for some fish-related stuff to do, come on down. I know they're letting people in. One of the things that they do ask, if you can do, is to donate some items for the auction so that it offsets the cost of the event. So it's not a bad deal. This is, I believe, the 23rd year that they've done this event. So it's been going on for 23 years. Assumingly it started in 2000. And they haven't really stopped. I don't know if during the pandemic they had the event. That's the only thing I don't recall. I remember seeing some stuff about it, but I'm not 100% sure. That might be the only year they didn't have anything on there. But they do have some great speakers. There is obviously a lot of these talks are going to be related to doing some collecting in the wild. They're going to be focusing on native species, flagfish from Florida, and some other killifish that are found here in the United States. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So we'll see. Like I said, I'll share with you guys once I get there. We'll definitely be live streaming from there. Our show for Fish, Plants, y Más is going to be a live stream for the event. Hopefully there's a nice little place where I can set up, put up my computer and be able to stream for that. Worst case scenario, we're just going off the phone and we'll be mobile. And hopefully we'll meet some other people there. And we'll take it from there. Let's see, looks like an amazing day. It is. It's only 70 degrees. Skies are clear. It's a beautiful day. It's actually a nice day to drive too. The road is is pretty much to myself. There's very little traffic as of right now. So, yeah, it's going to be a great deal. But that's pretty much it. I don't really have a whole lot much else to tell you guys other than come and see us on Fish Planting Mas at 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Time. And if you're curious to see what the event's going to be like, and join us there. Other than that, thank you guys. It's been almost 20 minutes now, and I'm just rambling now. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off, and I'll see you guys in a bit. You guys take care, and thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys later.